Gemini, here is a reading just to see kind of what is going on with you guys right now. Remember, these are general. Take what works and what doesn't work just doesn't work, but you are the master of your own destiny. But let's see what the cards have to say for you. In the basis of what this reading is about, you have the Four of Wands. In your current energies, you have the Star. In your near future, you have the King of Swords. Your challenge regarding this situation is the Queen of Wands reversed, and what's recommended for you is the Hermit. So whatever this reading has to do with, it's something that it's a milestone that you've hit. So I feel that either recently or in the past, or the near past or whatever, there was some type of goal or something that you were working on and you achieved it. So you had that little bit of success with it. So there was definitely some type of milestone that you had hit. And in your current energies, you have the Star, which to me indicates that you kind of have hopes and dreams within this. So, and the Star also could represent healing. And anytime we're kind of trying to get certain milestones, we're always facing obstacles. So there might have been some kind of obstacle from this Four of Wands, whatever you finally did accomplish or your achievement, that you might be healing from now, or you could also be looking now to the future with something. You could be thinking like, what do you want next, or how to kind of make your dreams more tangible. So this is a really wonderful energy here, but what's coming in for you, you have the King of Swords. So I think some of you either might be trying to seek maybe some type of help from somebody who's very knowledgeable in a certain situation, or it could be that you are being very logical and rational regarding this. You might not be really getting carried away with your emotions or anything, that you're really trying to take a very logical stance to this, but a very firm stance. Because the king, to me, he's like no BS either, so he's willing to do what he needs to do to get it done, but he's very smart. He's very strategic. So, and I kind of feel him as a little bit more, I don't want to say a slower energy, but I think he wouldn't be just making a quick decision until he really looked at all the aspects of something or really took things into very serious consideration. So, and what's challenging you with the Queen of Wands reversed, some of you might be getting frustrated because I feel like whatever this is, I feel like you had hit some type of milestone or you achieved some type of goal. This could be getting a loan for a business. This could be anything that resonates for you. But I think with the Star, I think this is a goal that you might want, you have bigger aspirations for. So it's something that you want to really create much larger, or it's some kind of a larger desire that you have in your life. And this Four of Wands was like the first step, or maybe not even the first step, but it was another step to achieving this bigger picture idea or dream that you have. So I think that's amazing. But I think with the King of Swords, being that now, like, in order to do this dream or in order to chase this or have this actually work out, I need to look at everything. I need to really be, I don't want to say non-emotionally attached to it, because I think you're attached, but you want to not be just leading with your heart. You want to make sure that whatever you're doing, you're kind of having a good foundation and it's going to actually make sense and it's going to work. So, but the Queen of Wands, I feel like some of you might be kind of doubting yourself, because when she's in the upright, she's very, very confident. Like, she's very sure of herself. She's a networker, so some of you, in the reversed, I wonder if some of you are not even sure, like, if you need to ask for assistance or help. And this might be not even like a friend or family type of assistance. You might need some kind of professional guidance with something, or professional help or opinions. And I wonder for some of you, if you don't really know how to go about that, or you're feeling like you don't have the confidence or the courage to even ask, or even you might be feeling like you don't have like the confidence to even push this forward. Because in the upright, she's very confident. There's no fear in this lady. But in the reverse, I would see her as being like self-doubting, and I think she could be a little moody. I think she could get kind of pissy real easily. So, or be like a little cranky. Now, what's recommended for you is the Hermit. And to me, this is all about kind of introspection. It's kind of taking a pause, taking a break, really thinking about what's going on with you. You know, a lot of times we're always focused on what's going on with everybody else or our surroundings, where we kind of get pushed to the side a little bit. So you might have to actually take a minute, because I feel like with this Queen of Wands, I feel like maybe this is not this Queen of Wands in reverse, maybe like from going through all of this, especially because you have the star here. So maybe there was some kind of issues where you finally had to get to the Four of Wands. You finally had some breakthrough or whatever, and you have much farther ways to go with this. It's not finished anytime soon. But I think some of you might even be a little frustrated or whatever. But I think with the Hermit is here, it's like saying that, you know, maybe take a look at your feelings a little bit. And maybe by you doing that, it'll help you with this star energy a little bit more effectively to heal, because there could be some things that you're kind of, I don't want to say suppressing, but you're not really thinking about. And maybe you're getting a little snappy with other people, and it's not really them. It's just you are just having a moment, whatever it could have been. Something could have upset you or whatever. Now you're kind of, I don't want to say knee-jerk reacting a little bit extra to people, but it could just be like you just need to take a minute. And even the Hermit could also mean that you might need to take a minute to see, with this hopes and dreams with the star card, make sure that you're really headed on the right direction, or what really aligns with you and what really aligns with your soul, your morality, your expectations out of your life, the things that you want. So I think because the Queen of Wands, this could be kind of almost like not really having the confidence or being sure. So you might have to kind of look inside, because if this is something that you're really going to have to go out of the box, because the King of Swords, even if he's an expert, sometimes that's you getting one step closer to doing something that might be making you feel a little bit uncomfortable. If you're seeking like now professional help in whatever this, it could be a lawyer, it could be anybody, or seeking more knowledge in an area. So it could make you feel maybe a little bit, I'm not saying uncomfortable as like it's something weird, but sometimes stuff like that, people kind of get a little like it's outside their comfort zone. They don't know what they're going to find out. So I think this is saying that moving forward with this, you might have to do some kind of inner healing, and you might have to really look within. And I don't want to say gain the confidence, because with her in reverse, this is your challenge. So you really need to try to gain the confidence. But I think with the Hermit, I just feel that he's saying that whatever you're doing with this star card, with your kind of desires or your dreams or your aspirations, I think he's just saying that you really need to kind of make sure that this is what you want, because I think once you really figure that out, now you're going to be able to be pushing forward to finding how to really have it become reality in a sense. What steps need to be taken, and you'll even be going into maybe even more of a logical bossing up energy a little bit, you know, because he is a king, like he's the boss, you know, and but he's leading with his head. So okay, let's see what else we get for you guys. Okay, so first up you have Antelope Spirit. Life is speeding up. So I definitely think whatever achievement or accomplishment or milestone this represents for you over here, I think the star is kind of now you going on to the next phase of kind of almost like trying to bring the things that you want into your reality. So I definitely think that's perfect. And I think this is almost like a catalyst of things to kind of start speeding up for you. But that could be making you a little bit, with the Queen of Wands, a little bit like, not really sure how to handle it in a way. But the Hermit would be saying then you need to kind of just look within, figure out, what's worrying you, what's the problem, what are your fears. Sometimes when we can understand what our fears are, it helps us not necessarily overcome the fears, but it helps us recognize when we are not doing something because of something that we are afraid of. And it helps us at least put that into perspective. And then it's like, okay, well, I'm actually not doing this because I'm nervous about talking to this person or whatever. And then it's like, well, okay, well, I really need to talk to this person. And I know I'm nervous, but at least, maybe I'll bring my favorite, like, comfort, miniature stuffed animal in my purse or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, there could be something that can help you kind of overcome certain situations that might make you feel a little uncomfortable or give you a little anxiety, but sometimes you have to just recognize it's even happening to begin with. Now, we have Rhodonite. Find a way to forgive. And some of you, it might be something, because of the stars here with the hopes and dreams. I wonder if some of you, I'm not saying this happened, but I'm wondering if whatever milestone this was, or whatever achievement this represents, or victory or whatever, I wonder if sometimes like when we have these like good things happening in our life, we have friends or family that are really kind of pissing on our parade for no freaking reason. Like, you're happy for them when they have a little parade moment, but they piss on your parade. So I wonder if some of you, if find a way to forgive, maybe somebody was actually kind of a little like upset you, or there could have been a situation where you had to really work for this Four of Wands. So there could have been something that you have, like, I don't want to say a chip on your shoulder, but it could be something that, because a star does also represent like healing from something. So there could be something related to this that you really need to heal from. And I wonder for some of you if this is why the Queen of Wands is also in reverse, because it could have either shaken up your confidence or made you, like, I don't say a little moody or a little pissy, but it's almost like bittersweet. Like, you could be happy about it, but then there could have been a situation revolving around it that just pissed you off. So it's like you can't even have your happy parade moment because somebody just pissed all over it. So that's kind of what I'm getting. And then the Hermit would be here maybe to try to tell you to, like, I don't want to say reconsider who your friends are, but potentially maybe if there's certain things that you might have to kind of face or actively like distance yourself from. Let's say if you have a friend or a friend group that is constantly a certain kind of way, and they're not really, it's not good for you, it's not even good for them, but that's the way they are. I wonder if this is saying then, like, why the hell do you keep putting yourself in that situation? And in order to go forward, because I feel like this is very kind of, I don't want to say something that you really want. I feel like this is kind of bigger energy. Sometimes there's things in life that are just a little smaller, the day-to-day thing or the weekly thing, little things here and there. But I feel like this is something that you really, really want out of your life, or you want to do or have. And I think in order for that to come to fruition, I think you're going to have to figure out, are you putting up with certain things or people that really are not good for you and there's no reason why you're dealing with them? It's just you're dealing with them for maybe some kind of... Jesse, honey? Jesse, don't bark at me, mister. Come on. Jesse. Are you dealing with them for some kind of reason? Jesse, no. We've had enough. We've had enough, mister. I know. What was I saying? Just because, like, it's like a habit you have is what I mean. Are you dealing with them because it's a habit, or you feel some kind of way that you have to put up with it or something like that? That's what I was getting for that. Okay, now you have cassette. Outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. And that would really go with that whole concept of maybe there's certain bad habits or habits in general or people or situations that are going to have to change for you to actually be able to step into this kind of star energy of either healing or even being able to start going after your dreams or your desires. And next up, you have finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. And I wonder for some of you, I wonder if that could even be going with this King of Swords. I'm not saying that finances are, but financial issues could even be just even other types of restriction, anything where you feel like you're kind of restricted in a certain aspect. So, but I wonder if for some of you, if that's the King of Swords energy, if you might actually be seeking, I don't want to say more professional help, or there might be something where you can reach out and even learn about something. Like there might be an expert, or you need to seek information from somebody or some source that has more information to help you either adjust certain things with the finances or even have questions regarding your finances. So take that how that works. Next, you have burnout. Your hard work will see results, but your health needs to be maintained. So check in with your doctor, dentist, and health professional and try to maintain a healthy lifestyle. I wonder with this Four of Wands, if some of you if it wasn't an easy road getting to there, you know, you might have been feeling a little burnt out, and the star is like kind of about healing and everything, and the Hermit, you know, kind of having to go within and figure some things out. So some of you might be feeling a little worn out and burnt out, and you could be kind of cranky too, because the Queen of Wands in reverse, she's kind of pissy. She's moody. She's not happy. She's a pissy pants. Okay, so next up we have solar plexus chakra, confidence. No one will believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. Be your own cheerleader, and that's going definitely with the Queen of Wands in reverse, because she is lacking confidence in reverse. So you need to have confidence. Whatever this is, you need to have confidence. And I think by going within and trying to figure out like, well, because confidence, if you don't have it, it's because something is making you maybe feel uncomfortable, you know? So sometimes it's like you have to figure out how to get beyond a comfort zone. Like I know I get like social anxiety a little bit. Like I don't like certain things, and I know sometimes you have to kind of push yourself beyond a comfort zone. So I totally get it. But sometimes when you just recognize certain aspects that make you feel uncomfortable and you figure out, okay, well, what is it? And me, it's people. It's being out in the world. But, you know, I don't mind being out, but I just like kind of like low key or more chill atmospheres. Like I'm not good with like too much traffic, and I just don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like I prefer just things just relaxed, you know, whatever, kind of like a low key relaxed kind of vibe. But you know, sometimes I have to be in situations that are a little bit more frantic or high stressful or whatever, and it's just like I know I'm gonna have to be in that situation, and it's something that by knowing that that's gonna, I don't want to say be a trigger for me or just a pain in the ass or something I'm gonna have to deal with that I'm not gonna be really thrilled about. Sometimes it helps you prepare to actually deal with it, you know? So then you have new horizons. Old ways won't open up new doors, and I think that's probably definitely something with the Hermit. You might have to let go, or you might have to start, because even the star, I feel like this is almost like infinite possibilities energy. It's like kind of dreams, you know, whatever your dream is, it could become reality type of thing. So I think that's kind of like a dream big feeling. So, but in order to sometimes dream big, you have to let go of some of the hindrances that we have, you know, and we all have something. Now, next you have when your past calls, don't answer. It has nothing new to say. And that's true. And that's like this new horizons. Old ways won't open new doors. So there might be something kind of from the past a little bit that's not really serving you very well. And you might have to take a moment to really reflect upon it and ask yourself, why the hell am I still dealing with it? That's what I'm getting here. That's what I'm getting here a lot. Now, you said we have, because I'm done listening. Talk to the hamster. Now, I wonder if some of you had a lot of patience for somebody. I don't know why I keep getting that maybe somebody really pissed you off. Maybe there was some kind of achievement you got and somebody just pissed on your parade. And you might actually be kind of getting to the point where you're pissed. You're definitely pissed with the Queen of Wands, but you're kind of getting to the point where you're almost like beyond pissed. You're beyond the pissosity, you know, like now you're like to the point of like, why am I even dealing with this? I don't have to talk to these people. I don't have to deal with them. I'm just not going to talk to them or deal with them. They don't exist in my realm anymore, you know? So some of you really might be deciding to like not pick up any new phone calls from a person, and, you know, realizing that doing the same thing that's not really good for you doesn't really create better results. So take that how that resonates. Now for little Bob Ross. Let's see what he has to say for you guys. Let me extend a personal invitation for you to drag out your brush and a few paints and paint along with us. Now this is just really saying that you need to just, like with the star, you might have all these dreams and all this stuff going on that you want to kind of bring down into this reality. But dragging out the paintbrush would probably be going within, figuring out the details of what is realistic even for you, because we're all different. Certain things that could be realistic for me are not realistic for other people, and certain things that could be realistic for other people are not realistic for me. We're all very different, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just a matter of knowing yourself and knowing what fits you best. Like, I tried real estate for a very, very short period of time. I thought I was going to love it because I really love houses and I really love kind of, this kind of construction and seeing different things like that. I love that crap. But I absolutely hated real estate sales just like that. I love houses. I love all the weird details that go into houses and everything, Home Depot kind of stuff. I'm all into that. But the kind of selling aspect, I did not have that. I'm not saying all real estate agents have this cutthroat attitude, but there was a lot of them that did have it, and I am not that type of person. So realistically for me, that was not going to be a great fit because I'm not pushy. I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus. I'm not cutthroat. Like, I don't have a personality like that, and I also don't kiss ass. I think sometimes in certain fields you have to kiss ass a little bit. I've never been a good ass kisser. I don't know. Realistically for me, I can't kiss ass, but I know a ton of people that kiss ass all day long and they don't have any problems with it. And I ain't hating because it helps them out. But I'm just saying, sometimes we have to kind of be aware of what makes us happy, our boundaries, our limitations, and what we excel at. So I think that's all he's saying is that within that, he's also saying that you have to try things, I think to drag out the brushes and paint along, like, I think that's like, you want to paint your dream, but I think I had gone on a tangent and then I was coming back to a point and then I went somewhere else and now we're back. I think this is where I was going with all of that. I'm sorry, guys. But I think with the King of Swords here, because I think this is like you dragging out the brush and painting with the star. You're painting or having an idea of what your ideas are or what you want, and the Hermit is you really facing like, okay, well, is this going to fit me? Is this not going to fit me? How well is this going to go? But the King of Swords could be here being like, you're going to be seeking external advice from somebody to really understand, or even looking up external information to really understand more of the details regarding this, to really start planting it or seeing if it's able to be even planted in the ground the way it is currently, or if it needs to be shifted, or even sometimes we got to scrap ideas too, but that's just all part of the process. Now, next we have for your little affirmation card, you have, today I am at peace. Today I am at peace with all that has happened, all that is happening, and all that will happen. And I really feel somebody pissed on a parade here. I think there was a lot of pissing going on and it wasn't in the right place. I tell the dog always, there's only correct pee-pee in my house. There's no miss-pissing in my house. I let him know there's only correct pee-pee. But I feel like maybe there was an incorrect pee-pee somewhere around here and it pissed you off. So it made you mad. Somebody was pissing on a parade here or something like that. Anyway. But I think you would just have to say that whatever has happened, you have to, in a way, make peace with it. You had something else here. What was it? When your past calls, don't answer it. What was it? Find a way to forgive. Here it is. I knew you had something else. I forget, but I always think, I don't know. Anyway. So I think there's something you might have to make peace with. And you might even have to, because this star energy to me, this is not like, I'm not going to say this is not Zen energy, but I don't really, when I get this card a lot, it's not Zen. I'm not at some meditation retreat. Nothing all perfect is going on. It's just kind of like something has gone on. I'm kind of upset, but I'm trying to now, after the fact, now I'm trying to heal from it, or I'm trying to either pick up the pieces or figure out the next stage or the next move or whatever. So there might be something that you still have to kind of heal from. And then next we have stretching the body. Objective, become aware of bodily sensations. Stand up and stretch your arms above your head. Let me read that again. Stand up and stretch your arms above your head. See how far you can stretch them. Now bend over and try to touch your toes without straining. Now shake your arms and let them loosen up. Feel the gratitude for a healthy body. I think this is just like you just having to kind of stretch, maybe shake out some of that. Like if somebody made you mad, maybe you just have to shake out some of that kind of anger, that frustration a little bit, and maybe that could be a helpful way of doing that. Now for your spirit of the dish, you have the Knight of Mains, which is the spaghetti and meatball, the spirit of the spaghetti and meatball. And for your dinner and a movie, you have comedy films and Italian food. For the energies that you either need to tap into or be aware of, you have Gemini. And this is all about communication and thought processes. And this is like I always see them almost as like the devil's advocates. It's a very duality type of sign. And it is you. You guys are Gemini, so you have yourself. But it's very like kind of like I always see them as seeing multiple ways of doing something. So there might be different kind of ways that you need to come at this, or maybe even different ways communicating a little bit regarding this situation. And then you have Cancer here, which is about emotions and habits. And then we have the Sun, which is about ego, individuality, and confidence, and that kind of sheds light on things. So maybe some light will be shed on a situation for you. And then we also have here Neptune, which is about vision, creativity, and illusion. You have the 2 ninth houses, and this is about higher education, growth, expansion, religion, and philosophy. And then you have the number 4, which is an even number. So that means a special guest that'll be answering your questions today, Geminis, will be Mr. Predicto. He'll be out here shortly, so think of those questions. So we have YVAIIPS, and then we have 331376196. Oh, and this one came out right away. So this one jumped out. You have the Heart. And I think this is saying that you just have to kind of like give yourself some cuddles. Maybe you got to love yourself a little bit. If you're having a little bit of a moment where you're upset and you need to do this little bit of a reflective time and you need to heal from something, maybe just give yourself a hug, and know that you are loved. There's people around you, even little beings, like, maybe you have a fish or whatever, or a plant that just loves you. So there's things around you that appreciate you when, you make their day much better every time you enter a room. So sometimes you have to remind yourself that. Okay. And then you have faith, and I think this is really going with the star energy as well, of kind of having that faith. So you just might need to have faith that your ideas or what you're doing will work out, because I'm wondering for some of you if you've really had some roadblocks or some kind of obstacles you've dealt with, but I just think you need to continue to even have faith in yourself. Sometimes that's the hardest thing. It's like you could have faith in something else, but you need to have faith in yourself as well. Okay, now it is time. Here he is. Okay, Geminis, think of those questions. Oh, Mr. Predicto, the most accurate prediction device to ever run off of batteries. What is the answer to Gemini's question?
Definitely not.
He said definitely not. Mr. Predicto is a man of many words, and those were the words he chose to speak here today. I hope you all have a wonderful day, week, month, year, lifetime, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.